This is Danny Film for Eat Sleep Boxing Repeat. We're in Manchester. Absolute pleasure to be joined by the WBO middleweight champion of the world, Savannah Marshall. Savannah, you enjoying the fights in Manchester tonight?
I am. I've boxed here twice as a pro, so it's nice to come back. It's a bit of a different setup. It's amazing in here.
I think it's a format you would excel in. We've seen some brutal knockouts tonight, but I know you're a bit pressed for time, so we'll get on to yourself. Savannah, last time we saw in the ring was brilliant knockout win over Femke Herman. Clarissas Shields was there. She got in the ring after the fight. It looked as if, we would probably hopefully see an announcement in the coming weeks. Things went quiet for a bit, and then your trainer Hugh Fury explained in the last week or so you've picked up an injury. Can you just give us some details on the injury?
No, it's been a existing injury. I was meant to have surgery in the March after my fight, but then that got pushed back for April. So it's had like a knock-on effect. Me and Chris were due to fight in July, and I've quite openly said, look, I'm not going to be 100% for that, and that's what it is. I would never fight 100% when I wasn't 100%. Sorry. And that's all it is. I'm not hiding. I'm not running. It's as simple as that.
Clarissa, perhaps unsurprisingly, hasn't been the most sympathetic to this injury. I think she was tweeting as recently as a couple of hours ago saying that you're not injured, you were ducking her. Just a response to Clarissa about her comments. She's fond of a tweet.
She's saying that I'm not injured. She's saying that I need a couple of weeks to get the drugs out of my system because I'm full of roids, full of steroids. Why she's saying that, I do not know. Listen, Clarissa says a lot of things, and if we believed everything she said, she once said that she'd knock out Triple G, and she hasn't knocked anyone out, and that says it all.
So you mentioned we're looking at a pushback of hopefully just a few weeks from that original July date. Now Clarissa's got some MMA commitments for late autumn, early winter. What would you say is the absolute sort of cut-off point from this? I know you might not know too much about her situation, but what's the latest we could expect to see you two get in the ring?
I'm not too sure. Like I said, I'm asking for a 4 or 5 week pushback. She's had a letter from my surgeon. She knows all about it. She's claiming fake injury, whatever. She can, if she gets in the octagon before boxing me, what does that say? There's loopholes with everything, and I think if that's what you want to do, fair enough. But she wants to ask herself, is she a boxer or is she an MMA fighter?
Just a couple more from me, Savannah. We saw a huge sort of breakout fight for female boxing, obviously Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. I'm sure you've been asked plenty about that fight, so I'll not ask your opinion, but do you think it's sort of important that you and Clarissa do get in the ring like in the sort of short to medium term future to sort of capitalise on the eyeballs that have been brought to female boxing from that fight?
100%. Katie's done it once again, and fair play to Amanda. I didn't know much about Amanda before the fight, but honestly what they've done, what they've both done, but especially Katie, she's just taking it levels and levels every time she fights.
And do you think there's a chance that, it was obviously a massive fight, but it was very respectful, very nice. I don't think a build-up between yourself and Clarissa would be quite as amicable. Do you think in that sense you could sort of build attention to female boxing, but in a different sort of way, that sort of beef that we all love?
Oh, 100%. I think both of our styles are very different styles, very different. I think that just adds to the excitement on its own.
Last one from me, Savannah. Your stablemate Hugh Fury looks like he's going to secure a big fight against Michael Hunter. Hugh's obviously in the last couple of years has struggled to secure those big fights. Just a quick word on Hugh, how he's looking in the gym, how you think he'll fare against a very tough opponent Michael Hunter should it get made.
I'm really happy for Hughie. He's been waiting for a fight like this for a long time. I think he was due to fight in December. So he's been waiting a long time. I'm really excited for him. It's a hard fight for him, but Hughie never backs away from a hard fight, so I'm not surprised that he's took this. I think he gets past Michael Hunter. I think doors will open for him that were never there before.
That'll be all from me tonight, Savannah. Thanks so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for that. Cheers. Brilliant.